Hi Sparkles, it's Jordan Sparks. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you guys asked for me to react to Maddie Ziegler versus Mackenzie Ziegler, so we're going to be comparing them dancing their solos, Cry, and I'm just going to adjudicate them separately. I'm going to kind of contrast them, I guess, add my little conclusion at the end, but that's about it. This video is not to compare the girls because I think that they're like two totally different dancers, but we're going to be comparing their solos. And that being said, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit that juicy red subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on the Sparkly family. We are a great time here, and we love old man sweaters. So if you're into that, make sure to give this video a great big thumbs up, and let's hop right into it. So today we're going to start off with Maddie's solo Cry because that was the original iconic solo, so we should probably react to that one first, and then we're going to watch Mackenzie.
Well, I guess it's been a while since I've seen the sunshine, since I have smiled. And me, who's so well versed, is at a loss for words. And I don't wanna do anything but cry. Oh, and
I'm so proud of Maddie. I can't help but cry. She's like a little angel.
oh, I'm so low. I'm almost
I remember being so impressed that she did a front aerial at this young.
oh, nowhere to go. If
She'd just stretch her ankles and point her feet.
my body, and I don't wanna do anything but cry.
Alright. So my biggest thing for her is I would say that she doesn't stretch her ankles or point her feet in so many moments in this solo. She obviously bobbles a few turns. I feel like with the editing and camera angles that they kind of like do a super close up if she's falling out of a turn so that you don't really see a lot of that. But overall, there's a maturity with her performing. She's not going out there and acting per se. She's really like connecting to an actual emotion, and that's what I think made Maddie special when she performed, and that's why I loved to watch her. I remember when I first watched this performance, I was like, wow, this is like a child prodigy, and doing a front aerial at 8 years old, are we kidding? So that was Maddie's. Now let's hop into Mackenzie's.
All right, moving right along, we have act number 22 with Mackenzie in
This clip is a bit longer, so I guess we might be getting the actual full solo.
Cry.
Well, I guess it's been a while since I've seen the sunshine.
Okay, so right off the bat, Mackenzie doesn't really connect to anything real emotionally on stage. She just kind of like goes out there and smiles and does a bunch of faces. So I feel like that's the big difference is Maddie goes out there and she connects from an emotional, like, real place, and Mackenzie's going out there and she's acting, like she's faking it. Maddie really hits the lines, and so it finishes and creates a longer line, and Mackenzie more so just places her movements in a controlled manner. So I would say that Mackenzie looks more controlled, but she's sacrificing her lines.
And me, who's so well versed, is at a loss for words. Forgot what it's like to just feel okay. Praying for the day when there is no more rain. And I don't wanna do anything but cry. Oh, and I
I feel like Mackenzie's attitude turns were better than Maddie's at that age, but we didn't see Maddie's in the previous clip.
I'm almost to the bottom.
Cringe. Exact same thing though. Neither of them stretch their ankles or point their feet. Like, they literally look like twins at this age doing this solo because their feet are just like limp. Just meh. Limp ankles, limp feet, and they just stick out. But that being said, it is super refreshing for me to see Mackenzie do a lyrical number. I feel like she always did these acro gymnastics numbers, and she never got to do lyrical or contemporary, so I was happy that she got to do this piece, and I thought that was a nice challenge for her. I don't think that they really gave her any rehearsal time or anything. They were just kind of like, go watch Maddie's video and teach yourself, little girl. So I think that Maddie probably had a lot more attention. That being said, there's some passages in here that I feel like Mackenzie is kind of executing them as if they are the across-the-floor exercises in jazz class. She's not really emoting or giving anything to the pieces. She's just doing the steps. Whereas Maddie was like giving emotion and trying to tell a story through the movement. So Mackenzie's not really doing that. She's out there to entertain, and Maddie was out there to be an artist. That's what I say is always the big difference between these two, is that Mackenzie is an entertainer and Maddie is an artist. Through and through.
Oh, nowhere to go. Even my soul has left my body. Oh, and I don't wanna do it.
I've got to say Mackenzie's less bobbly in this solo. Like, Maddie's ankles look like they were giving out every 5 seconds, so I'd say that Mackenzie's probably stronger than Maddie was at this age. Alright, so that was Mackenzie's version. So I would say overall, like I said, it was refreshing to see Mackenzie do something different, to go out there and do lyrical. Was it the best technical piece that I have seen for somebody her age? Absolutely not. But for Mackenzie, I think that it was a great challenge for her, and I thought that it was a lot more technical than anything that you usually saw Mackenzie do. There was a lot more ballet steps. It was a lot more difficult technically than what we normally see Mackenzie do. Mackenzie usually goes out there and does acro jazz solos that don't have a lot of ballet technique. So because of that, it's cool because we get to see Mackenzie go out there and try ballet, but also it shows all of her flaws. It shows when her ankles aren't stretched. It shows when she's not turned out. It shows when she's not pointing her feet. It shows that she never wings her feet, ever. It shows all of those mistakes and all of those flaws in her technique. Because this is a reality TV show and they're entertaining their audience, I think they're putting this out there so that the audience can be entertained by the Maddie versus Mackenzie rivalry, and they're putting it out there so that we can be entertained by seeing Maddie do a different style. But the reality is, in the competition world, you go to competition in order to put your best foot forward and to win. It's okay to practice a whole bunch of other different styles, but do that at your recital for your different classes and do that in the class, because you don't go to competition to try something new. You go to competition to win. It's to put your best foot forward. It's to get exposure for yourself as a dancer, and it's to get exposure for a dance studio and put your best name out as a dance studio so that people want to come to the dance studio. So that's why you always see Abby doing lyrical. You do what you do best, especially at competition. Does it get boring when it comes to reality TV and we're watching it as an audience for a television show? Yes, but in reality, that's what you would do at competition. If you're a hip-hop studio, you're not going to do a lyrical piece at competition. Not every weekend, anyways. You might do one like that you've been working on all year long and then do your hip-hop competitions out throughout the year. But in general, Mackenzie wouldn't have been out there performing a lyrical solo at competition probably. She would continue to do her acro jazz thing and do what she does best. So my final thoughts, overall, technically, I thought that they were very equal. I thought that Maddie used her lines a little bit more. She used her flexibility a little bit more. I don't think she was more flexible than Mackenzie. I just think Mackenzie was stronger. She had more strength. She just kind of places her extensions. She places her leaps instead of hyperextending through her lines. So that would be the main difference, I would say. So technically, I would say that they were probably at the exact same level. It's just performance-wise, Maddie went out there and executed her solo as a mature adult child creature, and Mackenzie went out there and smiled and entertained the audience, but it wasn't really mature or coming from like a real emotional place. It was just a cute Mackenzie solo. So that was my final thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought of Mackenzie and Maddie's cry solos in the comments below. And if you have any other dances that you would like me to react to, definitely let me know in the comments below. But before we go, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Make sure to join the Sparkly family. We're lots of fun. And that's it for this video. So as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
The emergency destruct system is now activating. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10,